Basketball is a game of strategy. It definitely happens fast, and much of the strategy is kind of a reflex for the best players. But if you can find and create easier opportunities to take advantage of, you'll get a huge boost. So in this video, I wanted to highlight 5 situations where you have an advantage on defenders, and show you how much easier these make it to blow by defenders. And not only blow by them, but create plays, and if I'm being honest, make them look crazy sometimes too. Because if you look at many of the best crossovers, most of these players had advantages like the ones we're going to talk about. But apart from that, if you can get really good at recognizing these and even manipulating the game to create them, plus training to take advantage of them, you'll never have much trouble blowing by a defender again. If you only attack stationary defenders in good position to play defense like this, you may get some tough buckets here and there, but it makes the game a lot more difficult for you. Also, make sure to check out my last video, which goes over team advantages, another similar kind of concept to make the game easier. So this is from our recent camp in Belgrade, which honestly was one of my favorite camps ever, just based on the passion for and understanding of the game. In Serbia in general, it was insane. Seeing the love for the game, the crowds, the culture, there's nothing like it. And being able to give out 2 tickets to a sold-out Partizan vs Real Madrid game, courtesy of the EuroLeague, that was a dream come true.
Clap it up.
And I've never been to a game, actually. This is my first time. I'm super excited.
That's crazy. And this is the craziest one you could go to.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's get to it. I think you guys will gain a lot from this video. So I'll give you guys these with the context of different 1v1 games that you can play to work on these.
I'll give you guys like 5 different types of 1v1 that you guys can go out and play every day, every week, whatever it may be. All you need is one person, obviously. And one-on-one is one of the best ways that you can possibly get better, right? You can work on your own stuff. Obviously, you get a ton of reps, but you're playing against defense. Each of these 1v1s, it's going to be a different type of advantage. And the best players in the world are really good at hunting down advantages, okay? So if he's just playing straight up defense on me, I don't really have an advantage unless he's just a bad defender. Then it's a mismatch. That's an advantage. But for the most part, I don't have an advantage. Super simple advantage here is just a closeout, right? Getting really good at attacking off the catch. So, in other words, if he's attacking out here, right, I'm able to get by him here because his momentum is this way. This is a momentum advantage, okay? So his momentum is coming towards me, my momentum is coming towards the rim, wherever I'm attacking to. Now you have a momentum advantage.
So again, we touched on this at the beginning, but the best players know that all they need is a little bit of an advantage to make it much more doable to blow by a defender. And one super easy way to explain our first advantage, a momentum advantage, is with closeouts, something we talk about a lot. But this is much more than just closeouts. Yes, finding these is a big one and definitely low-hanging fruit and probably the easiest way to get by defenders, but this goes way further. It's anytime the defender's moving out towards you or has a ton of momentum trying to get back in position to play defense, like you see here. And you don't have to just wait on these. You can create these situations. For instance, sometimes moving backwards is actually a great idea to bait defenders to now move towards you. And now you have the momentum advantage because trust me, it's much easier to accelerate moving backwards to forwards than moving forwards to backwards. You can also simply shot fake, and even if they jump towards you just a bit, you got them. And also, keeping tabs and taking advantage of aggressive defenders is an amazing opportunity to manipulate momentum. Even if they're just leaning into you a bit, that's momentum heading away from the basket, right? It's something the best players know that they can kill. Here's how you can work on attacking this one.
First drill we'll do here, you have 3 dribbles to score off a closeout. Okay, so we'll go free throw line for the defense, 3-point line for the offense. We're just sliding back and forth here. Okay, as soon as I catch it, I have to make a decision. I can shoot, I can drive, I can do whatever. I have 3 dribbles. Every single time, every single rep has to be different. So if I attack here and make it between the legs and get to a layup, I can't do that again. If I catch and shoot, I can't catch and shoot again. Every single rep has to be different. As soon as he goes, I'm attacking, and we're playing off of that.
Mind you, this one-on-one variation doesn't have to be just off of a closeout. You can manipulate this to where the offense starts with a dribble. Maybe you just play 3v3 and look to create these situations. There are a lot of ways to work on this, but this may be the most often used and easiest advantage to attack.
Nice.
Next is a speed advantage.
Anybody have any ideas on what that means? Okay, so sometimes that could be you're just faster than the player, but I'm thinking more of like a situation. Okay, a speed advantage would be this. I can create speed, and now I have a little bit of a head of steam on him. right? So sometimes maybe I'm catching it in the offense, I can take one dribble here, generate some speed and get downhill. That's a speed advantage.
So if you can find times where off the dribble or off the catch, you have space between you and your defender, you can turn that into a speed advantage by gaining a head of steam on them. And mind you, this doesn't have to be a crazy head start. Even with just a couple of steps, this can make defenders a lot more sensitive to simple moves. And sometimes they'll just back up because they're worried about it, and you have the shot. Just don't overcomplicate this. If you have the speed advantage, don't kill it with a bunch of moves. Just keep it simple, keep the speed, and know that even if you don't blow by all the way, you can still get in good position to make a play.
When would you have a head start? Transition, yes, right? Sometimes you're coming down in transition, somebody's going like this, you can attack that, great one. What else? Potentially cutting, you can catch it on a cut and attack. Yes, sometimes you attack the first layer. Let's say a big steps up here and you can attack from there. Maybe a pick and roll, you're coming off to like a soft hedge right here. You're attacking that big or whoever it is with the speed advantage. So again, try to find these situations where you have an advantage. You see how much easier it is to attack in a situation like that versus just checking up playing 1v1? Great example of that. So what we'll do here is he'll pass it to me, okay? Whenever I take a dribble back, or I'm taking dribble back as soon as I want to, he's got to go back to the free throw line. Now I'm attacking in, playing off of this. I only have 3 dribbles, okay? So we'll go slow motion, but it'll be here. Here, I'm attacking and playing from there, right? What I don't want to see you guys do is lose your advantage. Losing your advantage will be here. You get here, you stop, now there's no advantage. You don't have your speed advantage anymore. Keep that speed going, try to attack the rim at a high speed. Great question. Next one here is a positional advantage, okay? Anybody know what that means? Yes, all right? So finding angles that put you at an advantage, right? Make it easier for you.
This one's a bit more broad. It's anytime you have an angle or the potential to create an angle that puts the defender in a tough situation. So maybe it's seeing a top foot or body orientation. To me, there's no black and white rule to attack the top foot. Sometimes you do attack the top foot to get them to turn, especially if it's exaggerated. Sometimes you go to where they're giving you because you have a nice angle already. It just depends on how much they're playing you one way or the other. And even more importantly, where the gaps are beyond that initial defender. But either way, you're creating a nice position or angle to get by. This could also be coming off pick and rolls, where players like Dos Santos are really good at finding this angle that makes it easy to get by. And even creating little angles with lateral movements like this, where you're getting outside of the defender's frame and attacking from there. This is a good way to work on this from a catch situation.
What we'll do here is a little bit of like a stampede, attacking off the catch. Let's say Zoran's feet are locked in place here, okay? I can do like a little bit of like a toss out here or just like a drop, okay? He cannot go until I go. What I'm trying to do is find a positional or like an angle advantage here to make it easier on myself. For this, I want you guys to attack the ball. So you're going here. Once you take this first dribble, you can come back the other way with 3 dribbles, but I want you guys to attack that first angle. At least try to. Good idea though, okay? So again, if I throw it out here or toss it out here, I'm going here, and now I have a little bit of an advantage, okay? Again, defense doesn't go on the toss or on the drop. They go when I leave, when offense leaves. Got it? Try to find that position, that angle that makes it easier for you.
This next one's kind of an obvious one.
Sometimes you just have a mismatch, right? You're faster, you're stronger. You can attack that without having to create one, right? And you know, your coaches hopefully will put you in situations to do that, at least at higher levels.
Especially as you get older and at higher levels, hunting down mismatches becomes a very powerful weapon. Just something to keep in mind. And finally, the last one.
This is one that's going to be tough to get. Did anybody see the Jalen Brunson play the other night where the guy just looked the other way and he just went straight by him? I call it an intentional advantage. Sometimes players are tired, they're looking in other directions, and they kind of forget about you a little bit, and that's the time to go. You have a quick advantage, that's your time to go, okay? This could be like rejecting a ball screen, okay? This could be sometimes when you catch, maybe you slow down, you go from there. So getting players to like lose attention and then taking advantage of that, okay?
This is one of my favorites by far, and it requires being an actor sometimes, tricking defenders into thinking you're using a screen.
Because I tell you what, he is tough inside and he's able to.
Looking one way so your defender does too.
Difficulty in that shot is next level. Some would call him most improved.
slowing down to catch them off guard. Regardless of how you do it, if you can get good at diverting your defender's attention and taking advantage of all the things that they have to keep tabs on, it's so much easier to blow by them.
So what we'll do here is, let's say, we'll just go on this basket. You can do any angle you want. You're gonna be sliding back and forth, just like little slides. With each slide, you're gonna be looking to where you're going. Okay, boom, yep, boom. Whenever I wanna go, so I'm just dribbling here. Whenever I wanna go, I'm attacking. I'm just getting used to seeing where he's looking and then attacking from there, taking advantage of that from there. Okay, so again, if we go slow motion, yep, looking, I can go here, and now I'm playing off of this.
Finally, before we get out of here, I want to relay this message that I gave them at the end of the camp.
Continue to make your specialty being the smartest on the court, and then if you can find ways to then fuse in individual skills to that, that's what's gonna make you special. If you can be a super high IQ team basketball player who knows how to work in a team environment, and then start to train like this, within like the confines of that high IQ smart player, that's what's gonna separate you guys, all right?
As always, hopefully you took something from this video. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you want to take this level of understanding and skill to an even deeper level, make sure to check out the Virtual Academy, or if you can, come train with us in Miami this summer and beyond. I'll put the links for those in the description. If not, hopefully we'll see you at some point. Make sure to stay tuned for more.